Morning all. Out here in the beautiful Northumberland National Park. Out for a walk, just on my own. Got any mates today, barely no mates, but I'll still enjoy it. It's just after lockdown, our first sort of weekend. Easter Friday, and obviously we're just being let out again. And I'm up here in the upper Kirkwood. As you can see, it's absolutely glorious weather. I'm just going to be heading up that way, up in front of us. I'll be heading up that way and see what I can find. There's some cows ahead. I'm not too keen on cows. I was about to say there isn't any lambs, but there's two little ones there, not looking very old. Obviously I couldn't bring my dog with us today, definitely not. But I think it's probably just starting here at the minute, lambing time. And across that bit there is an old dwelling from Bronze Age, I think it is. They did excavate it a few years ago now. And we're heading up here towards the gravelly bank, what's known as locally as the gravelly bank, where the little cows are. I hope they'll be here themselves. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of cows, but they're just little ones like. There's probably a big bull hiding around the corner with my name on it, you know. But this bank's a steep bank, and it's as you can see, it's a bit of a pull up, but I'll be keeping myself fit and locked down, and hopefully I'll be okay. I'm not the biggest fan of cows, but I had a friend on Facebook who got attacked by them 2 or 3 years ago. She was almost killed. My little granddaughter was with her 2 dogs, and ever since then I've always been wary. I've never been terrified of them, but I've always kept it away. These are just young'uns. They'll probably come towards us inquisitively, but hopefully I'll be alright. Yeah. I got chased once by them, you know. Me and my 2 sons, just little kids. My brother and his 2 bairns, or his 1 bairn at the time, and my wife would love these little cosy cows. They're lovely. They're quite well behaved up to now. So anyway, back to the tail. We had a caravan up at Belford. I'll turn the camera around. We had a caravan up at Belford, and we used to play golf. Big field next door at the caravan site. We used to play golf. And when I went in the field one day, cows very similar to their ones. There was about, I don't know, 100, 200 of them. Quite a few. Being inquisitive, not much older than them ones. And they all decided to come towards me. They were running. Well, my brother legged it. His son legged it. And I was saying to my 2 sons were walking away calmly. I said to them, don't run. But even my pace was getting faster as we were getting nearer. And in the end we ran. the kids ran first, and I ran second. Over the fence. Obviously we dropped our golf balls, our golf clubs, and in the end my wife Lynn had to go and get them. She just went amongst them and picked the golf balls up in the golf clubs, just in case they swallowed them, you know. Not the clubs obviously, the balls. But aye, that was my son's introduction into being scared of cows. Down the gravelly bank, and a fair flow up there, like, quite pleased. I'm out of breath a bit, but not as much as I expected. And I'm not sweating like a fat lad in a pie shop. But there's a view across the side of this valley. The burn here is it's not the Usway burn. What is it? Heptonburn, I think it is, Heptonburn. And it's looking up the Windy Gill, one of my favourite spots. That's where we're heading eventually. Not sure what route I'm going to take, but that's where I'm heading. Down the lonely farmstead of Fairhoff there now. And obviously before these trees were here, you can see bits of the sort of sheepfolds and bits and pieces. This used to be farm. all around here, but obviously the Killing Forest took over it, so that's been felled behind it. It's still beautiful, like. Some water's down there. And I think there's people at the house. Must be the people who own it. But you need a 4-wheel drive to get there, I think, or a decent, strong, robust car, because that's the hill you've got to drive down and up. Alright, but I've just been messing on with my camera. I bought a microphone adapter for so I can put an external mic on, and you put a decent road mic on with a wind muffler on and things like that. And the adapter I bought was the cheapest version, and I shouldn't have bought it because it's not working. So it's just a constant show. You buy cheap, you buy twice. If ever I buy the proper stuff, then it works first time. But you learn by your mistakes. That sun's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What a day! So my video, I've lost quite a bit of the footage from the start because it's got no audio, so I scrapped it all. And any wind noise, I'm sorry, but you just had to put up with it. Right at the head of the valley, with my pointing finger, so you can see it, is a remote farmhouse of Usway Ford. It used to be a B&B for the Penny Weir, and it is miles from anywhere really. The people did farm the land, they retired and left to let something else. So the people who live there now don't farm the land, but live there, obviously. And the other farmers nearby, they farm the land. But it's a lovely view. It must be brilliant to wake up there and like look out the window and look down towards where I'm standing. And then we're just looking back to the forest, and that's is it Shilmore behind it? I think it's Shilmore. I'm not sure what that is. I've forgotten the names, to be honest. There's one in front of us, I forgot the name of that. I'm getting out of the edge, you know. I'll take this opportunity when the wind's on a little bit of a sheltered spot. And this little track here heads from Morpeth to Jedburgh. I believe it's Morpeth to Jedburgh, and it's called Clell Street. So it's an ancient drove road that the cattle drovers would have took their cattle to market and all the ways and what have you. I'm not sure which way around the market was, whether the market was in Jedburgh or whether the market was in Morpeth. So I'm not that clued up on it. But it's hot, it's warm. I've just come up quite a hill, like, so I'm going to push on to the Hexpeth Gate now, and then we're going to turn left and head up to Windygill. After that, I'm not sure which route I'm going to take, but whatever route I take, there's plenty of options. Looking towards Achievers. Shill, we'll be in a couple of weeks' time. And there's the weirdest traffic sign in the country. It's on the English-Scottish border. Across there is Scotland, so I can't have gone over there. I'm not allowed. But view's lovely. The view's not changed, which I'm glad to see. There's a bit of snow there. Just below Oak Cane, that's another one of my future objectives. I'm going to go from Barrowburn when we're allowed out camping, and I want to camp up there. Beyond that, I'm not going to be able to pick it out. Crags of West Hill. Got some rubbish here, which I'm going to be picking up and taking back. See, I'll what I could. There's a little bit down there I'm not touching because it looks like human waste. I'm going to start bringing the fertiliser bag and really, a strong plastic bag to bag out other people's rubbish up. Head show up across there, can't they, a few months ago. Possibly one of my last camps before lockdown. Handy. South there, towards Tyneside and the coast. And then my next object is up there. There's a little cane up there which I quite like. I've camped there a couple of times, and I want to camp there and try and get some photographs, and I'm going to have my sandwiches up there and a cup of tea and just enjoy the views for it. Well, sorry with the wind noise again, but tough. Right, I'm up here on the big Bronze Age burial cairn. One of the ones on the way down from Windy Gill, which is up there. I don't think I'll be going to visit this, so I'm just going to follow the fence, which is a penny way, then I'm just going to drop down and decide which route to take back somewhere. A couple of sandwiches now. There's got to get the Shill, West Hill, Cheviot, Hedgerow, Croonfell, and then you go to Cushion Law, Little Bush Edge. That's a panorama for you. So, I'm going to have my sandwiches down there. I'll probably shut at you one side. Catch you in a bit. I'm heading there later on now. It's these stones here are from the old mill floors, the old flagstones. It's just as well like here, it's a very boggy section to either side when it gets wet. They were looking at the top there, Windy Gill, Russell's Cairn. There's quite a few people up there now. Towards this Cheviot. That little cairn there, I've camped there a couple of times. And I've always been wondering what it's for, what it signifies, I haven't a clue. All my research has just come to the dead end. So if anybody knows, they can answer in the comments if they do watch the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. Now that's been put on here. It's basically saying it exactly what it says on the notice. But it's there to stop people who basically pull rocks off it. They come camping up here, their tents on up to the job. So what they do is they pull rocks off the cairn, put them on top of their pegs, and they just leave them where they're lying, and then off the pop, just leave them. Several times I've come up here, I've had to put rocks back wherever I fit them, you know. Your tents on up to the job, your pegs on up to the job, different camp up here. You know what I mean? There it is anyway, that's Russell's Cairn. I said I wasn't going to come up, but I don't think there's any people up here, so I've decided to come up just to do a little perimeter inspection. Oh, I can see Roche already. I cannot believe it, honestly cannot believe people. I'm not sure if it's rubbish or it's painted rocks. If it's painted rocks, I can live with that. It's just kids having a bit of fun. You're not doing any harm. Okay, painted rocks, it's Scottish thing. We're not in Scotland apparently. It's the Northern Wayfarer around. I'll take his word for it this time. It's pretty free, I'm happy to see it. It's a bit of the sheep might even eat that, or foxes. That's a good nick to see. This is the sort of thing what I'm doing is they put the tents up. There's here 10 pegs down, these stones here. These stones went out here once upon a time. You know, scatter here, there and everywhere. You know, all in the cairn. Wonder if this bridge will hold my weight. Time to find out, eh? Oh, now I'm in the middle here now. Ooh, 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 it's shaking, it's shaking. Made it. Here we are, approaching Rowhope now. And this house on the right has been unoccupied for God, as many years as I've been coming up here. I've probably been coming up here now for about 25 years. Now he's maybe more. I've been walking up here. Maybe nearly 30 actually, to be honest. And that road there takes you to the Murder Clough, where Isabella Sudden was murdered by, I can't remember his name. But right in that house there, I like to paint, clean the windows, paint the inside, put some new render on the back, plant a few plants, tables outside to sit at in the summer. What a place to live. Aye, what a place. That there, I'll tell you the tale of it. That there would have been the original farmhouse before the land was compulsory, what is the word for it? Compulsory purchased. And what they did was, they built the farmers these houses. The one at Barrowburn's very similar. There's a few up and down the valley. And the farmers were given them, and they become tenant farmers then. So they didn't actually own the land. And that was like a bit that Barrowburn's got a barn like that outside. I think it's about a mile, maybe 2 miles back the car. It's been nice walk, it's been lovely. And there's the front of it there. Peaceful. Lovely little stream by the Barrow. I can't see it here, like, it's down there somewhere. Alright, nice little stream. Aye, to fix it up with that, like. I think that's the sort of stuff you're not meant to touch. Don't know what it is like, but it could be one of them big massive flares with guns up in the sky, I'm not sure. It could be something completely unrelated to the army, I don't know. But different touches. Lovely little stream, that's a Rowhope burn. Sheep's. Aye, the lambing must just be ready to start, because there's not many lambs about, like. So see, I've only seen 2 of the day, so it must have been due for, obviously, this part of the world. They tend to lamb them later on because there can be, obviously, snowing on Monday. That's what it's forecast for anyway. Snow. And the lambs wouldn't survive in the bad snow. And this bit here, this is where you start and finish the Windygill fell race. So you basically start here, run along that way, up the Border Country Ride to Murder Clough, up the Windygill. You come down the street, which is a path across there, back along this road. It's 9.5 mile. And this was the start and finish. And I remember, I think I did it in 1 hour. Was it 1 hour 35 or was it 1 hour 25? Kind of a few years ago now, like. Might have been 15 years ago, or even 40, or on the boot then. I don't know if it's on this year. It's normally in June or July. And I'm wondering, it might be like August. It's quite a low key event, like it's maybe a couple of 100 runners or so. It was a 5 at the enter. And done a bit of running last month, so if I can keep it up. Who knows if it's on. Big sheepfold. And this is what's known as the Barrowburn clippings. I think sure this was the clippings where years and years ago, I'm talking quite a few years ago, all the farmers around here would bring all the flock down to this place here, these big pens and all that in this place, and they used to clip all the sheep. There must have been clippers coming in from wherever, and they used to clip the sheep. Aye. And that there is it Windy Hoff? Windy Hoff farm. That's one of the ones I've got. and the other one was Lynn Briggs, and there's one more which is a skiffs at the minute, like. But as you can see, there's a sign there saying don't go over there and don't touch anything, it may explode and kill you. And that one up there is Barrowburn. There's a fine camp spot on top of Barrowburn, easy to get to, nice and flat, and you've got great views, and it's easy, quick overnighter. Well, that's me back at the car almost. We're here at a place called Weather Leap. It's called Weather Leap because back in the days somebody tried to pinch a sheep, which was the weather, that's the weather, and he tried to jump this gap here. It's like a mini Northumberland canyon. He tried to jump it. And he ended up falling in the river, couldn't clear the bank. He landed in the river, and the sheep, the weight of the wet sheep dragged him to the bottom, he drowned. How true that is, I don't know, but it's called Weather Leap, and hence the name Weather Leap Car Park. And also you can see a little hole there. Now years ago, before technology, before, you know, before a lot of things, that was the local source of entertainment. And all the farms nearby, for miles, and I mean quite a few miles away, they'd walk maybe 20 miles to get here for the dance. There was a bloke called Tommy Shand played there, and Tommy Shand was the band. That rhymes, that, like Tommy Shand was the band. But anyway, that's what that hole is there, and it's now used as a farmer's like storage place for grain and what have you, and bales or whatever, and feed. But aye, that's it. It's interesting to read about, like, how far they walked to get here. Then when it was finished, they'd walk back to their farm, could be, like I say, 15-20 mile away. Yeah, that's the Weather's Leap there, that's the gap. It is deep as well, like, imagine if you went in there. I didn't know if the sheep must have been tied to his back, because I think if I went near the sheep and I was drowning and it was pulling us to the bottom, I think I would leave go to the sheep. But aye, it's deep. It's a Grand Canyon, a mini Grand Canyon of Northumberland. So we'll end it there. Thanks for watching. If you want to trip on the last few steps. If you want to like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, whatever. It's up to you. I'm going to try and make as many videos as I can. And mainly for my memories when I get older. Like, when I say older, I mean older than I am now. They're mainly for me, but if anybody finds any interest in them, well, fair enough. I'm going to try and keep them as varied as possible. And obviously, the next one could be out in the tent, which would be a bit more interesting, I would imagine. Then one last look at Barrowburn, Windy Hoff, Barrowburn, and the surrounding hills. It's been a fantastic day. Catch you later.